and nobody was around. So she was the very first person to discover him dead. She was the first person to know. She had to call the ambulance, the police, and when she was leaving, she said her car broke down again. So she told me all this crazy this crazy story about how her best friend slash coworker died, to tell me that her car had broken down, and that's why she was taking the bus, because it broke down on the way to the hospital while the ambulance had her friend was carrying her dead friend. So I was just like, what? That is so insane. Well, like, my story isn't as dramatic as yours, but I'm so sorry that you lost your best friend that way, and that you lost your car, and I'm sorry you have to take the bus now. So it's crazy. And this lady and I spoke on the bus when the bus arrived. We sat next to each other, and she told me, yeah, you know what, my husband died, and now I'm just trying to get to know myself. And this is where the backstory ends, and I continue to pick up my point. So this lady said, when my husband died, I told myself that I wasn't going to date anyone. I told myself that I was going to learn who I was. And I was 37 years old, she said. I married him when I was 19, so I didn't really know who I was. And I was like, you know what? I'm going through a breakup right now. And she looked at me and she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I told her everything about my ex-boyfriend, how much I loved him and how much I learned about him and how much I learned from him, and what I got out of that relationship, and what I'm going to improve for the future. But I told her, but to be honest, I feel you. I don't want to date anybody for a very long time until I'm really happy with who I am and I find out who I am. And she was like, you know what? That's exactly what I did. I felt so sorry for myself, and I felt so bad for myself. And then one day I realized, why am I feeling sorry for myself? She was drowning in her own pool of misery, guys. And guess who took her out of it? She did, because of her self-realization. She said, I am sinking in my own puddle of misery. What am I doing? I'm wasting my time. I cannot make my husband, relive. I can't take him out of the grave and, give him CPR in hopes of him returning back to life. I can't do that. So she realized that, and I bet, you guys, that there was everybody in her family supporting her. She told me she has 3 kids. Her 2 kids have children, so she's a grandmother, and she has all the support, she said. But that support doesn't work all the time. It doesn't work, especially when it's an internal problem and when you have to fix it. So she got herself out of that puddle, out of that mess, out of that sea of depression, and she took herself out of it, and she said, I, from that point on, decided that I was going to learn who I was, because I married him when I was 19. I was going to learn to love myself again, and I was going to learn to respect myself again, because I didn't care about myself. I wasn't taking care of myself, she said. I was eating terribly. If not, I wasn't eating at all. I wouldn't get out of the house. I wouldn't shower. And I looked at her and I was like, wow, going through this breakup right now, I feel like as if my ex-boyfriend died and I'll never talk to him ever again. But now imagine how it feels like to literally lose someone and never see them ever again. Hold on, my battery is about to die, so hopefully this video doesn't cut off. And I just looked at her and I was like, you know what? Her bus came her stop came, and so she had to leave the bus. And she was like, well, you know what? Everything's gonna get better. And right now I'm on my way to watch a bunch of Netflix movies with my best friends, and I think you should get out and meet new people too. And if not, just go out and walk by yourself. She said, I'm a huge writer. And I just, my eyes sparkled, right? I was like, I love writing too. And she was like, everything gets better. Write your feelings. And I told her about my blog. So I think I gave her the name of it. So hopefully she's watching this. I don't know. You never know. And so I looked at her. My eyes sparkled, and I thought, wow, the world works in mysterious ways. I met her for a certain reason. I mean, yesterday was full of omens. It was crazy, but I learned a lot from her. And so I already kind of had the topic for today. I was going to talk about, getting yourself out of that misery, finding new hobbies, finding new talents, finding your hidden talents, finding new friends, finding your your true self. And I meet this woman, and so I was like, wow, this is gonna be a great story, a great backstory to my video, my very first video. So crazy. Now, I may have gone on a little rant there, but I hope you guys enjoyed that story. But yeah, guys, breakups are hard. Breakups are no joke whatsoever. So get yourself out of that misery, guys. Get yourself going. Get yourself, you know, um, get yourself out there. Get yourself out there. And I'm not talking about, relationship wise, like, oh, go to another relationship. No, don't do that, guys. Don't ever do that. Instead, take some time for yourself and know who you are, and get to know what you like, what you don't like, what you love about yourself, what you might have to fix. Self reflections are the best way to get over breakups, I believe, because you start thinking about your worth, and you start thinking, wow, I really do have a lot to offer. Or you look at some aspects of yourself and you're like, wow, I really do suck at that. So it's a great thing. You learn from a relationship, and even if you can't, fix things with that person, you learn things from it. And even if you are able to fix things with that person, you are able to fix it because you helped yourself out first. They always say you will never love someone until you love yourself. So guys, if you're going through a breakup and you're hopeful of returning back to that same relationship, make sure you return stronger, more confident, and a little bit more, aware of what areas of your personality you should work on for the sake of yourself, and for the sake of the person that's going to be in a relationship with you guys. So I do want to tell you guys that I've been working on that for myself first, and you guys should too if you guys are going through a breakup. Now, let me see what else I wanted to talk about. So yeah, keep your guys' self busy. Never let your guys' self fall. Don't fall in your pool of misery. Like I said, go out there and learn who you are, what you like, and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna wrap up this video with what I'm grateful for, and then I'll ask you guys the same question and leave some comments on the bottom here in the comment box, telling me what you guys are grateful for. So number one, I'm grateful for every single one of you guys that are tuning into this video, my very first one. Thank you for letting me rant. Thank you for listening to me go off topic and then come back to topic. I tend to do that, which I'm working on. Thank you for subscribing, and tell your friends about it. Tell your friends about my vlog if you feel like it would help them. I am also thankful for my family. I'm hugely thankful for my family now that I don't have them. And they always say you start appreciating things when you don't have them. I'm living in a new city, and I think about my family every single day, and I'm grateful for how they raised me, and for the lessons that I've learned from them, and the person that I've become because of them. And now I'm out on my own, trying to make the person they made even better. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for my best friend Crystal, and I hope she's watching this. I don't know. she's been my best friend for the longest time. Another quick story before I end this video and my phone dies. She called me yesterday and I had no idea who it was. And she was like, we go back way to 661 Palmdale. And I was like, what? And I was like, who is this? And she was like, let's play a game, right? And I was like, who is this girl? Like, what is she doing to me? And she was like, remember, like, we were really good friends in high school. And I was like, I didn't really have really good friends in high school. I only had one best friend, and her name was Crystal. And she started laughing, and I was like, girl, oh my god, I miss her so much. So I appreciate her. I really hope that we're able to reconnect and hang out as much as I would want to, because she's like a sister to me. So shout out to you, girl. And lastly, I'm thankful for my job. I'm thankful for the career that I'm building in sales. Um, it's been a journey. I'm still a rookie, but I'm getting better at it and better at it. And right now, I'm number one in my club. I work at a gym, guys. I do membership sales, so I'm so thankful for the career that I'm building, and hopefully, one day I become a true businesswoman and help out people in sales. And, well, I'll return that question and spit that question back to you guys. I want to know what you guys are thankful for, whether it be your dog, your mom, your girlfriend, boyfriend, anything. Anything and everyone that you're thankful for. Leave your comments in the comment box in the bottom and subscribe, please, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, I'm going to be making videos Tuesdays and Saturdays on my days off. So make sure to log into my videos on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. Bye, guys. Take care.